Good afternoon, Brave Nation, and welcome inside Horne Arena in Greenwood, South Carolina. Semifinal round of the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. It's UNC Pembroke and Lander on the Braves Broadcast Network. I'm Cameron Songer. Thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon. The Braves come in with an overall record of 22-7, 13-5 in the Peach Belt Conference, the co-champions of the East Division. And for Lander, they pulled a big upset in the opening round of the conference tournament. They're 12-17 on the year, 8-11 in the PBC. The only remaining team in the league in the conference tournament at this point with a losing record. They're the 4 seed in the East and upset number 1 seed in the West, Clayton State, to get here. The reason they're hosting the conference tournament is because their women's team was the number 1 seed out in the East. So the men's team getting to piggyback on the success of the women's team. They get to host, but they will have their hands full against the Braves, who've beaten the Bearcats both times the two teams met this year. UNC Pembroke looking to get to the finals of the conference tournament for just the second time in program history in the Peach Belt Conference and add to what's already been a stellar and successful year. Meanwhile, Lander just trying to keep their season alive for one more game. It's UNC Pembroke men's basketball and Lander, and it's coming your way next on the Braves Broadcast Network. We will step aside for the national anthem, and when we come back, it will be the starting lineups and the opening tip. Don't go anywhere. Should be a great Peach Belt Conference men's basketball game here from the 2017 Peach Belt Conference men's basketball tournament. The winner of this one plays Columbus State tomorrow at 2 p.m. We'll talk all about that over the course of the broadcast. We'll be right back after this. UNCP men's basketball on the Braves Broadcast Network is on the air, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Greenwood. Starting lineups being introduced for both teams. We'll start with technically the visiting team in today's game, the Lander Bearcats. They're playing at home, but they're the visiting team because that's how the conference tournament works. It's funny at times. The Bearcats come in at 12-17 overall, 8-11 in the PBC. They needed a double overtime upset win over Clayton State just to get this far, and their head coach is Steve Roberts. They won the Peach Belt Conference Tournament Championship last year after a solid year, but they have certainly don't have the same horses they did last year and are playing some tougher teams. Their starting lineup goes like this: a sophomore guard from White Oak, North Carolina, number 2, Ryu Purdy; a junior guard from Greenwood, South Carolina, number 3, Jared Coleman; redshirt freshman forward from Abbeville, South Carolina, number 5, Chris Tate. Their leading scorer is a senior guard from Manassas, Virginia, number 10, J.R. Washington; and the man in the middle, a senior forward from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, number 40, Telvin Gabriel. For the Braves, it's the same starting 5 as they've used pretty much all year. Junior guard from Wesley Chapel, North Carolina, number 0, Brandon Watts; redshirt senior guard from Fayetteville, North Carolina, number 3, Alex Bradley; sixth-year senior guard from Whiteville, North Carolina, number 23, Quamaine Rose; and at the forward spots, a freshman from Winston-Salem, number 4, Akia Pruitt; and a redshirt junior from the Bronx, number 5, Nigel Grant. Braves come in at 22-7 on the year, 13-5 in the Peach Belt Conference. They're on an 8-game winning streak. And head coach Ben Miller has his Braves playing some of the best basketball in recent memory in Pembroke. Braves won both games this year against Lander, 83-69 in Pembroke, and then 83-81 in overtime at Lander. Braves trying to keep the season going, keep the good vibes going. It's Pruitt jumping center for the Braves, Tate jumping center for the Bearcats, and UNC Pembroke wins the tip. We are underway. Alex Bradley walks it across the Bearhead logo at midcourt, picked up by Purdy. Braves in the gray jerseys, Lander with the blue. Grant gets the touch on the low block, spins to the middle, lays up, no good. Rebound poked out, Lander has it. Back out the other way, Purdy, head up dribble down the right wing, sprints into the middle of the lane, dish out to the left corner. Three-point attempt, Coleman a little too strong. The rebound to Kia Pruitt for the Braves, dishes it out to Bradley. Bradley looks to push. Out in front of the scorer's table, finds Watts right in front of the Bearcat bench, dials long distance, can't connect. Long rebound the other way, Washington for the Bearcats. Lost the ball, it's recovered by Lander, and they'll say Purdy traveled as he tried to pick it up off the floor. So it's turned over by the Bearcats. It's a UNC Pembroke ball, 19:23 to go, first half. No score yet in this one. Braves with the gray jerseys, black letters and numbers with gold trim. Lander's blue jerseys, blue shorts, white trim down the sides. And the lettering spelling out Lander across the chest. Bradley on the near side. Pass up top for Rose at the top of the key. Holds, gives it to Grant on the right elbow. Dishes over to Bradley. Right side, three-point attempt. Good. Alex Bradley rattles in a three, and the Braves take a 3-0 lead with 60 seconds off the clock. Purdy will take it up. Bradley harasses him just a little bit near midcourt. Bradley reaches in. Purdy gives him a shove. Officials let that go both ways. Down low, Grant gets a block, and the Braves get the rebound. He didn't allow Tate to go all the way up with it. No look pass from Rose to Watts. Up the near side, drive and dish outside for Pruitt. Now Pruitt will retreat with it, gives it back over to Rose. Rose back near midcourt, calls out the play, holds the ball at his waist. Braves with a 3-0 lead, 18:33 to go in the first half. Shot clock at 10 for UNC Pembroke. Rose to the left side, gives it to Watts. Watts, no-look pass down low for Grant. In the lane, looking for Pruitt. That pass went right through his legs, out of bounds, turned over by UNC Pembroke. So it's Bearcats' ball, and the Braves show full court pressure. Nigel Grant all the way back, everybody else in the front court. Ryu Purdy catches the inbounds pass, clears everyone out, and he'll just walk it across the timeline for the Bearcats. Pass up top now to the left side. It's with Washington. His first real offensive look of the day for Lander. Gives it up top for Coleman. Coleman trying to find Purdy. He's denied. Gives it back to Washington out near midcourt. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Washington down the right side of the lane. Stripped by Watts. Recovered by Pruitt. Pruitt throws it behind his back. Now taking it in transition. Down the left side of the lane. Spins to the middle. Puts up the shot. It's blocked. Gets his own rebound. And lays it in. Akia Pruitt for two. It's 5-0 Braves. 17:50 to go in the first half. And more full court pressure here from UNCP. It's Watts trying to take it away from Washington. Just making him work to get the ball up the floor. That's all Ben Miller wants to see from his team. Foul as Quamaine Rose tries to work around a screen. And Quamaine Rose will get called for the foul for UNC Pembroke. A good hard pick set there by Chris Tate. And the Braves' sixth-year senior wasn't able to get around it without giving the foul. Inbounds pass for Lander, trailing 5-0, 17.5 minutes to go in half number one. Playing on their home floor, but it's technically a tournament game, so a neutral site. Kinda, sorta. Handoff goes to Tate. Tate picks up his dribble at the free throw line. Pass to Washington, too strong on the jump shot. Braves grab another rebound. One and done again for the Bearcats. Now it's Rose in transition. Three-point attempt. Good. Quamaine Rose off the shovel pass from Bradley. Braves jump out to an 8-0 lead. Almost 3 minutes in, Lander still looking for that first field goal. As a team, the Bearcats 0 of 2 from the field. Braves at 3 of 6, and having made a couple threes. Rose gets his hands on this pass, pokes it out of bounds, chases it into the Braves bench. It will remain on that side, Lander ball. Quamaine Rose very active defensively here today. He's been able to take on a different role this season compared to where he's been in previous years. As with other players having developed that offensive game, Rose has been able to focus more on distributing and not needing to score almost 20 points a game. Purdy going one-on-one against Bradley. Spin move, fall away shot off the side of the backboard, no good. Pruitt gobbles up the rebound, passes it off to Bradley as Bradley walks it up the far side, now crosses over to the middle, over to the left wing. It's Rose. Rose to the free throw line. Dish out to Grant. 16-foot jump shot on the way. Around the rim. No good. Pruitt offensive rebound. Up with the lefty hook. No good. Rebound punched out by Watts. It trickles out of bounds. Last touched by Lander. So it stays on this end. 16:34 to go in the first half. 8-0 the UNCP lead. Bearcats will make some changes. As Clenzo Ross and TJ Knight check in. Same 5 out there for the Braves. It's Bradley, Rose, Watts, Pruitt, and Grant. Fresh 30 to shoot for UNC Pembroke. Watts, handoff on the left side to Rose, gets it back to Watts, now at the top of the key, pulls up from just inside the arc and hits. Brandon Watts for 2. It's 10-0 Braves. We've played almost 4 minutes already. 16:15 to play in half number 1, 10-0 UNCP. They've taken what crowd there is here, that's pro Lander, right out of the game in the early going. Up top with Ross. Ross throws it between his legs a couple times, but Bradley stays put. Ross now tries the right side, picks up his dribble on the right, free throw line extended. Back up top for Knight. Shot clock down to 7 for the Bearcats. Pass to the right corner for Tate. Jab step and a drive. Drive to the basket, puts up a shot. It hangs on the rim and drops, plus the foul. Clenzo Ross with an and one opportunity when we come back. But other than that, a pretty good start for UNCP. That foul goes on Watts, his first, team second. 15:54 to play in the first half. It's 10-2 UNCP. Keep it here on the Braves Broadcast Network for more Peach Belt Conference tournament action. Braves fans, Adidas is the official apparel sponsor for all 16 of UNC Pembroke's varsity athletic teams. Adidas provides some of the most innovative products in the shoe and apparel industry and is one of the most recognizable brands worldwide. UNCP thanks Adidas for all of their support in offering the best for Braves athletes. 15:54 to go, first half, UNCP 10, Lander 2, but at the line shooting 1 for the Bearcats is junior guard number 15, Clenzo Ross. Ross, a junior from Rock Hill, South Carolina, a transfer from Clinton Community College, and he's no good on the free throw. First charity stripe attempt for either team in the game. Micah Kinsey is checked in. He grabbed the rebound and walks it up for UNCP. The freshman plays the backup point guard role for UNCP. He's directing traffic now up top. Pass down low for Pruitt. Pruitt, power dribble up with a lefty hook. No good. Rebound squirts loose, bounces out of bounds. Again off of Lander and will stay on this end. Remains Braves ball as the Bearcats have not been able to do much to keep the Braves off the glass. Braves out-rebounding Bearcats 8-2 in the early going. Pruitt on the left side thought about a 3, gets it to Grant at the free throw line. Now Rose with a good up fake. Pull-up jump shot from 18, too strong. Offensive rebound, Watts can't get it to drop. Rebound still bouncing loose. Lander can't stick a fork in it. The Braves with another chance. Rose up top, swings it to Kinsey. Kinsey drive to the basket with a lefty scoop. No, gets his own rebound and tips it in. Micah Kinsey on the 4th attempt for UNCP that trip. 12-2 Braves. We've played almost 5 minutes. Double team. Kinsey poked the ball out of bounds. Chris Tate didn't really see that coming. He was more concerned about Akia Pruitt coming to guard him and didn't see Kinsey sneaking up from behind. It will be Lander ball. 25 on the shot clock as Pruitt will get a breather. James Murray Boyles checks in now for the Braves. 15:07 to go in the first half. Dangerous inbounds pass. Kinsey almost stole it. Ross skied to make the catch. Bearcats down by 10 in the early going. Ross just inside the arc. Hands off for Washington. Washington sizes up Watts now with the lefty dribble. Picks up his dribble at the left free throw line extended. Handoff goes to Tate. Tate pull-up jump shot from 17. Good. Just inside the arc. A tough shot. A leaner from Chris Tate. But it's the second made field goal for Lander. 12-4 Braves. 14:40 to go first half. Here's Watts on the right baseline outside Murray Boyles. Pass fake. Gives it back over to Watts. Watts with the left hand steps back. Gives it over to Kinsey. Now Rose out on the left side in front of the Lander bench. To a cutting Kinsey right to the basket. The layup good. Great pocket pass from Nigel Grant. 14-4 UNC Pembroke. 14:20 to play first half. Here's Ross across midcourt. Kinsey right there. Hard screen. Able to get around it to the basket. Layup no good. Kinsey might have gotten away with a foul there. Here's Watts the other way for the Braves. Handoff to Murray Boyles. Down low Grant. Grant spins into a triple team as his shot blocked and recovered by Lander. Numbers the other way for the team in blue. Long pass to the left side. Coleman. Transition three from way downtown. No good. Rebound Quamaine Rose, and the Braves get another stop. 6 minutes into this one, Braves lead 14-4. Murray Boyle straightaway three. Money. JB for three. The assist by Quamaine Rose, and Lander wants a timeout. UNC Pembroke feeling good in the early going. It's 17-4 Braves. This is just a 30-second timeout. Braves fans, ever wondered why our sponsor, Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, has such a long name? One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to top-of-the-line Cadillacs, so why would you shop anywhere else? Try their quick lube, and while your vehicle is being serviced, you can see for yourself. That's Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, located next to Lumberton High School. A lot on the line for the Braves today. Coach Ben Miller going for his 150th career win. The Braves looking for just their second ever appearance in the Peach Belt Conference Tournament Championship game. They can lock it up with a win here today. Braves come out of the huddle with Smith, Kinsey, Watts, Mounts, and Murray Boyle. So a bench-heavy unit on the floor for the Braves. 17-4 is their lead. 13:35 to go in the first half. Kinsey shoots the passing lane. He's got a steal running out the other way. To the basket, goes up for a one-handed flush, and he gets clobbered. Barely missed it. He'll shoot 2 foul shots. Clenzo Ross does not like to see someone else trying to dunk on his home floor, but he also recognizes that was a pretty hard foul. Sort of a grimace there from Ross. Kinsey, hands on his knees as he goes back towards the free throw line. Good sportsmanship from Ross, though, as he checks in on Kinsey, gives him a little high five, and it's 2 free throws for Micah Kinsey. The Braves freshman point guard, money on the first free throw. He shoots just 46% at the line, but that first make gives the Braves an 18-4 lead, 13:30 to play in the first half. Lander playing on its home floor, but not a huge Lander crowd, despite this being the first of what will be a doubleheader for the Bearcats, as the women's team will play shortly thereafter. Second free throw also good from Kinsey. It's 19-4 Braves. Still more than 13 minutes to go here in the first half. Ross, catch and shoot, wide open three, cans it. Clenzo Ross got a great look at that one after the Braves trapped up top. 12-point Braves lead, 13-12 to go, first half. Smith on the left side, down low for Murray Boyles. Along the baseline, gets cut off. Fall-away jump shot from a tough angle. Airballs it in the rebound by Clenzo Ross. Here's Ross up the near wing. Pass to the middle of the lane. A two-handed flush by Chris Tate. The Lander fans making themselves seen now. Lead down to 10. 7 minutes into this one. Braves just need another good shot here to stem this slight rally. Watts, the pass goes up top. They work it to the near side. Kinsey, Murray Boyles with some space. Now spins. Righty hook shot along the baseline. No good. Ball poked loose. Mounts is the first one to find it. He throws it back up top. Nicholas Junsen didn't really see where that ball was going. I think he might have gotten his hands on it, had it poked away, and then lost it. 19-9 Braves lead, 12:20 to go first half. It's Kinsey on the left side, down low for Murray Boyles. 14-foot fadeaway shot, swish. JB missed his last couple, sticks with it, and knocks down that jumper. 21-9 the Braves lead. Washington up top now for the Bearcats. 12:03 to play in half number one. On the right side, Ross with an up fake. Braves don't bite on it. They work it over to the left side now. Junsen, bounce pass to the corner, drive to the basket. The double pump layup, no good from Chris Tate, but they'll call a blocking foul. Brendan Watts tried to step in and take the charge. We'll see who they call that on. It's on Mounts, who came in with a push at the last second. His first, team's third. Timeout on the floor with 11:55 to play in half number one. Braves 21, Lander Bearcats 9. Keep it locked on the Braves Broadcast Network. At the line shooting 2 for the Bearcats is Chris Tate, a redshirt freshman forward from Abbeville, South Carolina. He lines up the first one and rattles it in. Tate is a 62% free throw shooter, and with that make has made it 21-10 UNCP. 11:55 to go in the first half. We're here at Horne Arena in Greenwood, South Carolina for the semifinals of the Peach Belt Conference men's basketball tournament. Second free throw also good for Tate. And UNCP's lead back down to 10. Murray Boyles, Smith, Watts, Kinsey, and Mounts, the 5 on the floor for UNC Pembroke. Watts double-teamed out near midcourt. Lander in a 1-2-2 trapping zone. Watts, no-look pass up top. Kinsey now will slice through the defense. Back outside for Smith. Down low for Murray Boyles. He gets double-teamed. Lobs it back outside for Watts. Shot clock at 8. Watts with a good spin move. Free throw line jump shot with a hand in his face. Knocks it in. Brandon Watts with 2 more. And it's 23-11 Braves. 4 points in the game for Brandon Watts. 11:20 to go in the first half. Clenzo Ross picked up right at half court by Micah Kinsey of UNCP. Bearcats going from right to left across the hardwood in their home arena. Ross at the free throw line picked up his dribble, has to get it off to TJ Knight, who gets it back to Ross. Ross holding in the left corner, takes it back outside the arc. 9 to shoot for the Bearcats. Washington steps into a long 2, barely grazes the rim. Rebound poked to himself by Murray Boyles. Braves with numbers out the other way. Watts on the far side. Smith calling for it. It would have been a tough pass to make on the near side. And Kinsey will hold back out top. 10:45 to play. Braves up 12. Kinsey over to Watts, back on the left side. Mounts in the short corner, gets double-teamed, throws it back out. Now Kinsey inside the arc on the right side with 6 to shoot. Smith up top. Had trouble with the catch. Free throw line Mounts. Over to Watts. Needs to fire. Puts up the 3. Money. Brandon Watts swishes home a 3 with the shot clock expiring. Braves 26. Lander 11. 10:20 to go in the first half, and the Braves might just shoot the lights out here. Need to find that backup generator. Make sure the power stays on in here. Drive to the rim. Yunson. Mounts gets to it from behind. Might have gotten a piece of it. Watts grabs the rebound. Up the other way. Here's Brandon Watts with a head of steam. Picks up his dribble. Down low, Murray Boyles. Hesitation. Puts up the shot. Has it blocked. Mounts grabs the rebound. Puts it up. He's fouled, and he will shoot 2 free throws. Brandon Watts telling James Murray Boyles, just go up with it strong. Murray Boyles had his back to the basket. Didn't recognize there was no one standing behind him, and he could have just gone up with it very quickly. So the women's portion of the Peach Belt Conference basketball tournament coming up after this one. Live video stream available on the Peach Belt Conference website and on YouTube. UNCP women's basketball team eliminated in the quarterfinal round last weekend against Clayton State. And the quarterfinal matchups will feature Lander, Columbus State, Clayton State, and I believe USC Aiken. First free throw good from Mounts. 1 more free throw on the way for the Braves big man. Excuse me, it's Francis Marion's women's team. So Francis Marion, Clayton State, Columbus State, and Lander on the women's side are the final 4. Columbus State men winning their semifinal game. The winner of this game will take on Columbus State tomorrow at 2 p.m. Mounts makes the second free throw. The Braves lead up to 17 here midway through the first half. Pass goes to the right corner for Jordan Dingle, who just checked in for the Bearcats. Probes the defense, throws it behind his back, comes back outside. Picked up his dribble. Long pass to the left side for Evich. Evich drive to the rim, dish out to the corner. Dingle fires a 3. Too strong. Mounts tips the rebound to Akia Pruitt. The Braves get another stop. Here's Smith up the floor to Kinsey. Braves wearing the gray jerseys, going from left to right across the hardwood. Bradley back into the game, catches it from Smith. Dribbles back to the midcourt logo, gives it off to the left side, and gets it back on the handoff from Pruitt. Mounts comes out to set the screen. Shot clock at 13 for the Braves. It's in the corner. Mike Smith drove to the rim, but he stepped out of bounds. Turned over by UNC Pembroke. Rare turnover by the Braves, just their second of the day. Meanwhile, Landers turned it over 4 times. Braves out-rebounding the Bearcats here. Get this, 18-4 right now. And that has helped the Braves open up a 28-11 lead on the scoreboard. 9 minutes to play in the first half. Kinsey guarding up top. Couple crossover moves by Purdy, but he carried the ball, and it's turned over by Lander. Ball back to the Braves with 8:59 to go in the first half. Braves 5, it's Kinsey, Bradley, Pruitt, Mounts, and Smith. And for the Bearcats, Purdy, Washington, Evich, Dingle, and Gabriel. Mike Kinsey, pass goes to the right side for Mike Smith. Pruitt calling for it on the right lane line. He'll get to work on the low block. Can't go anywhere with it, sends it back out for Smith. Smith, a jab step and a drive. He's cut off by Washington, but there's a blocking foul called. J.R. Washington called for the armbar foul. It's his first, team's third. Excuse me, it's his second. So the leading scorer for this Lander team, and sixth leading scorer in the conference, over 18 points a game, is now in danger of getting into foul trouble. See if the Braves go at him. Here's Kinsey on the left side, just inside the arc. Can't really shoot from there. Finds Pruitt, free throw line, jump shot, left it short. Mounts, taps the rebound back out to Bradley. The Braves with another offensive board. Bradley, one dribble, pull up three, cans it. Alex Bradley for three, timeout Lander. 31-11 UNCP. It's a 20-point lead here in the first 12 minutes. 30-second timeout taken by Lander. Will run into a media timeout, so we will take it as well. Braves in complete control of this one early, but still a long way to go. Stay tuned to the UNCP Braves Broadcast Network. Braves men's basketball up by 20. .23 to go in the first half. Braves leading the Lander Bearcats 31-11, and some full court pressure from UNC Pembroke, but the Bearcats able to break it. Evich picks up his dribble right across half court, able to get rid of it. Washington double teamed now. Gets one dribble, pulls up from three. Rebound poked loose. It's still up in the air. Pruitt gets his hands on it, hauls it in for UNCP. The Braves out-rebounding the Bearcats now 20-4. UNCP also 5 of 6 from long range. It's helped them really blow this game open here in the first 12 minutes. Can they keep the foot on the gas pedal and really control this one from wire to wire? Rose over to Pruitt outside the arc. 10 to shoot now for UNCP. Ball on the right side. Pass up top for Smith. Swings it to his left. Pass looking down low for Pruitt. Gets tipped. Double teamed in the corner. Shot clock down to 2. It's stolen by Lander. Bearcats with it the other way as Washington with the head up dribble. The Bearcats need a good look at the basket here. An offensive rebound wouldn't hurt either. Reach in, drive to the rim. The defense parts like the Red Sea. And J.R. Washington into the scoring column with his first 2 points. Bradley takes it up for UNCP. 31-13 the Braves lead. 7:15 to go in the first half. Bradley at the free throw line, looks over to Smith on the right side. A contested three rattles out, and the rebound by Lander. Right to the basket the other way. A tough scoop high off the glass. No good, but the tip-in is there for Telvin Gabriel. And just like that, the Bearcats have scored the last 4 points. 31-15 UNC Pembroke with 6:50 to go in the first half. The Braves have had good stretches here this year. The question is whether they can sustain it throughout a whole game. Here's Bradley off a Grant screen on the left side. Pass to the left block. Pruitt gets fouled as he goes up. There were 3 blue jerseys there. Kia Pruitt able to slither to the open space and draw a foul. It goes on Telvin Gabriel, his first. 4th team foul on the Bearcats and puts Akia Pruitt at the free throw line for 2 shots for UNCP. Akia Pruitt, a freshman from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, leads freshmen in Division II this year with blocked shots. Really a difference maker on the defensive end. He also scores 11 points per game, but scoring at the free throw line is not his strong suit. 60% at the stripe, and he's no good on the first. Change for the Braves. Mike Smith will go to the bench. Brandon Watts comes back in. Second free throw on the way for Akia Pruitt is good, and the Braves lead 32-15 with 6:39 to play in the first half. Jordan Dingle takes it up for the Bearcats now. Clears everyone out. Dribbles hard with his right hand. Handoff in front of the Braves bench on the far side to Washington. Swings it up top for Gabriel. Now over to Evich, who holds it above his head. Throws it back up top for Dingle, who cut off a screen. Dingle retreats. Braves a little confused defensively. Open man on the left wing. Washington, 3. Off the top of the backboard, no. It goes out of bounds as it went over the top. So off the rim, straight up in the air, sitting on top of the backboard. The official blows his whistle. That's out of bounds. Right back to UNC Pembroke. Change for Lander now as Chris Tate, the starting forward, comes back in. And fellow starter, Telvin Gabriel, will get a break. Braves have Bradley, Watts, Grant, Rose, and Pruitt out there for UNCP, going from left to right across the floor at Horne Arena in Greenwood, South Carolina. Here's Watts, crossover, gets into the lane, gets bumped, puts up the shot, it drops. Brandon Watts with some body English there as that one stayed on the rim for a moment. 34-15 UNCP, 9 points in the game for Brandon Watts. He leads all scorers. Under 6 to go before halftime. Ball poked away from Evich, but he gets it back. Gives it up top for Purdy. Purdy leaps in the air, throws a pass on the reverse. Shot no good. Rebound tipped in the air. The Braves have it. It has been a team rebounding effort for UNCP. Bradley with a nice spin move to beat one defender. Here's Rose to Pruitt. And Pruitt's pass a little soft and tipped and stolen by Lander. A freshman mistake there on the low block from the Braves big man. Now Washington driving to the basket. Off balance shot, no good. Blocking foul comes in. A late whistle, and Ben Miller has the sport coat off, and he is given an official the earful there. Called a blocking foul on Nigel Grant. That'll be his first. 4th team foul on UNCP. So Nigel Grant just 1 foul. That's good news for the Braves, as he's usually been in foul trouble this year. The bad news is that he hasn't scored yet, and he's a guy who basically walks in with 8 or 9 points. He's scored in double figures 27 of the Braves' 29 games this year. The Braves have a 19-point lead, and Grant hasn't scored yet in this game. So bad news perhaps for Grant that he hasn't gotten a lot of touches. Good news for the Braves that they've been able to score despite that. First free throw, no good from J.R. Washington, a 75% foul shooter. And tell you what, the Bearcats will just be looking forward to switching sides because that basket on the left side of the floor is not doing them any favors. Second free throw is good. Cuts the deficit to 18. 34-16 UNC Pembroke with 5:20 to play in the first half. Here's Rose off a Pruitt screen, steps behind the arc, fires a 3, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound from Watts, it gets poked away, and Lander recovers it. Good hustle by Evich. No Braves wanted to dive on the floor to get that ball. Dingle in transition. Has it poked away by Watts, tried to save it, his foot was on the baseline. It stays on that end with Lander. Bearcats shooting 6 of 18 in this game, Braves at 12 of 28. That is a large difference in number of shots already. We still have more than 5 minutes to play in the first half. Dingle, pull-up jump shot from the right lane line, no good. And nothing going in for the home team, the Lander Bearcats. Here's Watts up top for Rose. Rose nearly lost it, keeps his dribble alive. Looking up for someone to be open, no one's there. Under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Watts is double-teamed. They find Pruitt on the low block, steps back. Ball was kicked by Lander and stays with UNCP. Good head fake by Pruitt. Got one man up in the air. And as he drove to the rim, the ball was kicked by the man who was trapped in the air. 15 to shoot for the Braves. The shot clock adds a couple more seconds. 4:40 to play in half number 1. It's Bradley up top, way behind the arc. Swings it over to Watts. Watts on the right side. Shot clock to 6. Pull-up jump shot from 18. Good from Brandon Watts. Just a 2, but Brandon Watts has the hot hand with 11 points. 36-16, the UNC Pembroke lead. It has been a shooting and rebounding exhibition for the Braves today. Down the left side of the lane, drive to the basket, good through traffic, Jordan Dingle. Nigel Grant careful not to pick up the foul there. And Dingle able to lay it in. So it's an 18-point game, 36-16 with 4 minutes to go until halftime. Bradley spins past Evich, double team comes, gives it over to Watts. Down low, Grant. Grant spins baseline, puts up the off-balance shot, banked it home for his first 2 points. Nigel Grant inside. It's 38-18 Braves. 3:50 to play in the first half. Right side with Dingle and Lander just trying to catch their breath. The Braves really taking it to him on both ends. You can see the Bearcats trying to slow down the tempo a little bit. Down low, Tate backing down on Bradley, and that's an offensive foul. Alex Bradley giving up a lot of size down low. He set his feet, took the charge, and he gets helped up by his team and his bench. They are fired up. 3:38 to play in the first half. Timeout on the floor. It's UNC Pembroke 38, Lander 18. We'll be right back. Braves fans, UNCP Athletics has partnered with Advanced Online to launch the official UNCP Braves Athletics online store at shopuncpbraves.com. The store features more than 1,100 products, including t-shirts to pet supplies and everything in between. It also has jewelry, golf gear, drinkware, and apparel from different brands, including Adidas, the official apparel provider for UNCP Athletics. And just into the store, UNCP Men's Basketball Conference Championship apparel. That's shopuncpbraves.com. 3:30 to play in the first half. Braves leading the Lander Bearcats in the PBC tournament semifinals, 38-18. Braves have it, going from left to right, as Rose takes it near the baseline, picks up his dribble, fires a 12-foot jump shot, knocks it in. Quamaine Rose, nifty with the handle to create a little space. He's got 5 points. The Braves lead swells to 22. Largest it's been today for UNC Pembroke. It's 40-18, and the Bearcats fans who came out to support the home team in the PBC tournament are sitting on their hands right now. They're stunned. Pass up top for Evich. Evich lobs down low. Tate making the catch in traffic. Lost the ball going up, and the Braves get another steal. Pruitt gives it to Rose. Long pass the other way. Watts drive to the basket. Gets fouled as he goes up. Wanted a big dunk. He will go to the line and earn it at the free throw line. Jared Coleman called for his first. 6th team foul called on Lander. UNC Pembroke, with a win here today, would advance to the Peach Belt Conference Tournament Championship game for just the second time in program history, where they would take on Columbus State, who won the first semifinal game here today. Brandon Watts, first free throw around the rim, no good. Watts at the line this year, just 65%, recently named to the All-Peach Belt Conference third team at yesterday's awards banquet. The Columbus State Cougars, the only team the Braves haven't beaten in conference this year, as Watts drains the second free throw, so he goes 1 for 2 at the stripe on that trip. So you know UNCP was looking forward to potentially playing Columbus State another time here in the postseason. 2:40 to go first half, 41-18 UNCP. It's Coleman, gives it up top, swing pass to the left corner. Washington makes the tough catch. That ball was destined for the bleachers if he didn't stick a fork in it. Back outside, but now 10 to shoot. Washington guarded by Watts. Watts stays home. Down to 6 to shoot. Washington, hesitation, drive to the basket. Blocked from behind by Watts. Going the other way after he poked it against the backboard. Rose looking down low for Grant in transition. Good hustle to poke it out of bounds by Evich, and it stays with UNC Pembroke. Braves couldn't capitalize on a 2-on-1 breakaway, but they do have the basketball. Change now for the Bearcats. TJ Knight will check in and replace number 20, Surgeon Evich. Braves out there with Bradley, Pruitt, Grant, Watts, and Rose. Starting 5 on the floor for UNCP. Lazy bounce pass comes into Pruitt, who gets double-teamed. Back outside for Rose goes the pass. Now up top with Watts, swings it to the left side, Bradley. In front of the Bearcat bench. Cutting, Pruitt to the rim with a two-handed dunk. A posterizing jam from Akia Pruitt. Jared Coleman tried to jump, and I bet he regrets it now. 43-18 UNCP. That wakes up the crowd. Deep three, airballed by Washington. Braves rebound. 1:45 to go in the first half. Pruitt behind the arc, fires a three. Not this time. Rebound Lander. Watts was open. He was calling for it, but that was a heat check for Akia Pruitt. Out the other way, transition 3. Coleman, he connects. Bearcats needed that in a big way. They trail 43-21 with 90 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Rose off a Pruitt screen up top. Double team comes. Rose keeps the dribble alive. Free throw line, jump shot around the rim and out. And the rebound goes to Lander. Running out the other way. Washington sneaks ahead of the field. The layup good in transition. Down to a 20-point lead, and UNCP might be wise here to run some clock. Alex Bradley looks to the Braves bench after UNCP just couldn't get back on defense that time. The Braves have really made a point of trying to get to the offensive glass. It's worked. They have 10 offensive rebounds to just 9 total rebounds for Lander in this game. That time, though, going to the offensive glass didn't work out for the Braves. Final minute here of the first half. Rose drives to the basket, lowered the shoulder, called for the offensive foul. 48.2 seconds to go in the first half. Quamaine Rose called for his second personal foul, and Mike Smith will come in now for the Braves and spell Quamaine Rose, just trying to make sure the Braves guard does not pick up that third foul before halftime. Braves lead is 20. Lander, if they hurry, could go 2 for 1. A lot of guys on the Lander Bearcats. Hands on the hips, hands on the knees. They look tired. They look frustrated. And the Braves have really put on a show here in the first half. Good up fake. One dribble pull up from the left side. Jump shot good for 2 by Ryu Purdy. Akia Pruitt went soaring on that head fake. And the lead back under 20 here for the Braves. Bearcats putting up a little run to end the first half. About a 4-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Alex Bradley at midcourt. Bearcats do not have a foul to give, as it would put the Braves at the free throw line. Handoff to Bradley on the left side. Shot clock at 10 for UNCP. Bradley on the left sideline, waiting for something. Shot clock to 4. Bradley has his shot blocked, grabbed by Lander out the other way with the time winding down. A very deep three from beyond half court. Still had time to play there as it goes out of bounds with .6 on the first half game clock. Chris Tate not fully aware of the clock there. UNCP to try to inbound with .6. Brandon Watts grabs it, fires just for the heck of it, and it comes up well short. I don't think it would have counted anyway. So the teams go to the locker rooms. Lander with a little bit of momentum in that last 2-minute stretch of the first half, but otherwise it was all Braves. 43-25 is your halftime score. UNC Pembroke in great position to try to advance to the championship game tomorrow. It's an 18-point halftime lead for the Braves. We'll take a quick break on the Braves Broadcast Network, but keep it here for the second half. You're listening to UNC Pembroke men's basketball on the Braves Broadcast Network. Start of the second half at Horne Arena in Greenwood, South Carolina. It's the Peach Belt Conference Tournament men's basketball semifinal. And the UNC Pembroke Braves leading the Lander University Bearcats 43-25. On the Braves Broadcast Network, I'm Cameron Songer. Bearcats will get the ball to start the second half, going from left to right across their home floor. And Purdy gives it to Coleman, throws it up top. Now Gabriel swings it to the left side. Held over the head by Chris Tate, waiting for somebody to cut open. Tate gives it off on a shovel pass to Washington. Uses a screen. The Braves switch it. Shot clock still at 15 for the Bearcats. To the left side, Tate at the free throw line. Slicing to the rim. Contested layup. Somehow gets it to go in. Chris Tate for two. 43-27, the UNC Pembroke lead as the Braves get their first offensive possession of the second half. It's Bradley looking for Rose. Can't get it to him. Now has it. Down low with Pruitt. Double teamed immediately. Pruitt, fall away jump shot with the left hand, no good. Rebound poked loose to Lander. Watts goes down trying to grab it, and the Bearcats have numbers the other way. Transition three-point attempt off the front rim and out. Offensive rebound, Lander, righty hook. Gabriel gets the kind roll. 4 quick points to start the second half for Lander. The lead at 14 for UNCP. Braves led by as many as 25 in that first half, but will be looking to put away Lander here sooner rather than later. Pruitt double-teamed on the catch down low, gives it back out to Watts, who fires a three. Not this time. Long rebound to Kamaine Rose, another chance for UNC Pembroke. Rose gives it back to Bradley, who's just been standing with his feet planted right at midcourt, calling out the play. Here's Bradley. guarded by number 2, Ryu Purdy. Gives it to the top of the key for the big man. Nigel Grant spins, gets to work. Driving down the right side of the lane, has the ball poked away. Last touch by Lander, out of bounds to UNCP. Washington tried to rip it away with 2 hands. Succeeded in getting it out of the grasp of Nigel Grant. Could not succeed in getting the ball back to his team. 18:36 to play in this one. Braves 43, Bearcats 29. Watts holding above his head, calling out the inbounds play. Throws it deep, back out towards midcourt for Bradley. Swings to the right side. Rose, open, 3-point attempt, swish. Quamaine Rose for 3. It's 46-29 Braves. Quickly, the Bearcats take it back on offense. The Braves quicker to get back. On the left side, here's Tate. To the corner it goes with Purdy. Purdy can't do anything with it. Rifles it back outside. Here's Tate going one-on-one on Pruitt. Spins, gets his shot blocked and recovered by Akia Pruitt with his heels on the baseline, able to save it. Here's Rose up the floor for UNC Pembroke in front of the Braves bench. Rose calls out the play, throws it back outside for Bradley, and the Braves reset. 2 minutes in the books in the second half. Braves lead by 17. Watts holds at the waist on the left side, throws it back over to Pruitt, who swings it to Bradley. Down to 10 to shoot now for the Braves, looking for Pruitt at the free throw line. Double team, ball gets poked away, stolen by the Bearcats. Here's Washington, takes it up the floor, behind the back dribble. To the basket, through contact, missed the layup, tip dunk, no good. It's thrown out to the left corner, 3-point attempt, too strong by Coleman. He was wide open, couldn't drain the 3-point attempt. Here's Rose for the Braves on the right wing. Back outside for Bradley on the left side. Steps past a man, fires a 3, yes. Alex Bradley from downtown, lead back up to 20. 9 points in the game for Alex Bradley as the Braves lead 49-29. 17:15 to play in this one. Full court pressure from UNCP. It'll be Washington guarded by Watts as Washington takes it up the floor for Lander. Washington gives it off. Now Tate at the top of the key. Hand off. Here's Coleman, sets his feet, fires a 3. Not this time. Put back good by Telvin Gabriel. 49-31 Braves. 6 points for Gabriel now, the starting big man for Lander. Bradley quickly up the far sideline. To the basket. Puts it on the rim. No good. Couldn't get the foul call. Poked it loose as he was getting up, but the Bearcats look to run the other way. Crossover into the lane. Ball ripped away by Quamaine Rose. Braves with a steal. Up the far sideline. Rose sprinting to the basket. Leaves it down low for Pruitt. Pruitt went up for a dunk. The Lander man was hanging on the rim. He went up to try to get a block. And that should at least be basket interference, if not a technical foul. Telvin Gabriel tried to chase down block. Pruitt never actually shot the basketball, and rather than just slap the backboard, Gabriel grabbed onto the rim that he was defending. Pruitt then went up to try to dunk it. Gabriel was still hanging on the rim, and as he was basically going up for it, recognized what was going on, looked to the ref, big old grin on his face because he knew Lander's in some trouble. Officials talking to each other now to work this one out. 16:34 to play in the second half. Scoreboard showing 49-31 UNCP. As they try to get this one squared away. I have to say, I have not seen this, and they do call a technical foul on Lander. Excuse me, it was Chris Tate. Chris Tate was the one who was hanging on the rim. So he gets called for the technical foul, and now the Braves will get some free throws. So they don't count the basket, and the technical does not count on either team. And it's going to be one shot plus the ball for UNCP. I don't know about that. I'm sure the officials know the rules better than I do. That doesn't seem very fair for the Braves. So Bradley will go to the line and shoot one, and then I assume UNC Pembroke gets the ball. Bradley drains the free throw. It's 50-31 UNCP. And now they'll come along the baseline. The Braves will have 30 on the shot clock, and they will inbound. So a chance for the Braves to get a lot of points on this trip. They do have to earn it now from a set half-court offense. If it was just regular basket interference, it would have been 2 points and Lander ball. Bradley catch and shoot 3 off the inbound is good. So it's a 4-point trip for the Braves. 53-31 UNCP. And the Braves have really punished the Bearcats when they've made mistakes. 16:20 to go in this one. Braves up by 22. Bradley bumped his man on the handoff exchange, and now UNCP gets called for technical foul. Ben Miller was out talking to the official, and the officials have seen enough. So Alex Bradley called for his first, and now Lander will shoot technical free throws and get the basketball. And no doubt that was a foul. Alex Bradley gave a hip check there to Jared Coleman as Coleman tried to come off a screen for a handoff. And Ryu Purdy will be the one to shoot these technical free throws for the Bearcats. He's their best free throw shooter at 84%, top 10 in the Peach Belt Conference. Calmly hits the first free throw, makes the deficit just 21. 16-18 to play here. Ryu Purdy gets one more free throw for Lander, and then it will be Bearcat ball on a sideline out of bounds. Makes both. And let's see. I'm pretty sure that technical was on the UNCP coaching staff on the bench, not on any of the Braves players. Alex Bradley called for that foul. He's got just one foul in the game. That was the first team foul on UNCP here in the second half. Lander ball. Bearcats wearing the blue jerseys, Braves wearing the gray jerseys. Here in the semifinal round of the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. Bradley gets a steal at the free throw line after Coleman had picked up his dribble. Bradley up the near side, up top for Grant at the top of the key. Right back to Bradley. Fires a three. Yes. Alex Bradley has got back-to-back threes. The Braves' lead is 23. 15:50 to play in the second half, and Alex Bradley starting to pick up his scoring pace again. He's got 16 to lead all scorers. Bradley guarding on the right side. The bounce pass goes to the right block. Evich. Purdy, catch and shoot three. No. Offensive rebound for Gabriel, poked away by Watts. Here come the Braves again on offense. Watts, Euro step to the basket, has his shot blocked, recovered by the Bearcats. Now Purdy running out the other way, going to the basket, taken down by Grant. They'll call the foul, and Purdy will go to the line and shoot two when we come back. 15:25 to go, and this one getting a little chippy. UNCP all over the Bearcats. It's 56-33. But you don't want to go anywhere. More Peach Belt Conference semifinal action coming your way next. $15:23 to play in the second half. Braves 56, Lander Bearcats 33. Braves fans, ever wondered why our sponsor, Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, has such a long name? One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to top-of-the-line Cadillacs, so why would you shop anywhere else? Try their quick lube, and while your vehicle is being serviced, you can see for yourself. That's Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, located next to Lumberton High School. Ryu Purdy at the line for Lander. Good on the first. He's got one more, following a foul right before the timeout. Second free throw, no good as it rims out, and the rebound goes to Quamaine Rose. Braves take it up the floor with a 56-34 lead. A little more than 15 minutes to play in the second half. Here's Watts on the left side, driving to the basket with the double pump layup. Good. Off the glass as Watts knifed through the lane from the left to the right, finished with the right hand. 58-34 Braves. It has been a dominant performance so far. Drive down the lane. Purdy gets ripped by Rose. It bounces off the foot of Purdy, out of bounds to UNCP. Quamaine Rose was right on the hip of Purdy there. Stabbed at the ball with a strong swipe. James Murray Boyles will now check in for the Braves. Akia Pruitt goes to the bench. It's a dangerous play by Rose. Could be called a foul, but Rose is very savvy with his defensive and offensive positioning and able to reach in there without getting called for the foul, forces a turnover. Now Rose is double-teamed, gives it over to Bradley out at the midcourt stripe. Braves out there with Bradley, Rose, Mounts, Murray Boyles, and Watts. It's Murray Boyles up top, spins through a defender, driving down the right lane line. He gets fouled, not able to get the shot up, so it's a foul on the floor, called on J.R. Washington. Sergeant Evich called for that foul, his first. And the first on the Bearcats. 14:42 to play in the second half. Braves leading by 24 points. It'll be Brandon Watts to trigger on the baseline out of bounds. Throws it back outside for Bradley. Holding in front of Coach Ben Miller on the Braves bench. Driving down the right sideline into the lane. High with the scoop shot. No. Rebound poked around. Goes to Lander. Washington emerges with the basketball. With the righty dribble. Into the lane. Pass down low. Gabriel. Tough layup. Good. Under the basket. Somehow got that to fall in. Carson Mounts was right there but couldn't get a hand on it. 14:20 to play in this one. Braves 58, Bearcats 36. Alex Bradley with the left hand. The pass to the left side for Watts. Watts bounce pass to the low block. Murray Boyles faces up, gets shoved from behind, shakes it off. Ball gets poked away. Murray Boyles lobs it back outside for Watts. Watts crossover. Good move. Gets into the lane. To the rim on the reverse. Good. Brandon Watts again. He's got 16. Bradley's also got 16. They're almost single-handedly beating Lander here today. Those two combined for 32. The Bearcats have 36 as a team. The Braves also getting scoring from other places. As Rose gets a steal on the pass. Just loose with the pass there by Clenzo Ross, and UNCP back with it, going from right to left across the hardwood. Murray Boyle swings it to his left for Bradley. Tight defense on him. Uses a screen. Steps into a three-point attempt at the top of the key. A little short. Rebound bounces around to Murray Boyles. Passes it off. Rose fires a three. Not enough on it. Watts taps the rebound out. This time Lander grabs it. And Washington going at Bradley. Bradley bid on a little hesitation move. Reached in and gave the foul. Alex Bradley heading right over to the sideline. He might have been shaken up there. At the scores table for UNCP, Mike Smith and Micah Kinsey. They'll replace Bradley and Quamaine Rose. So just one starter on the floor now for the Braves in the form of Brandon Watts. Mike Smith, Micah Kinsey, Carson Mounts, James Murray Boyles. The rest of the Braves 5. 13:20 to play in this one. Braves lead by 24. Pass goes to the right corner. Dingle takes it back outside for the Bearcats. Here's Ross, dribbling handoff, gives it to Washington. Guarded by Smith with the left hand. Spins with his right. Puts up the shot. No good, but he was hacked. And they'll call that on Mike Smith. 2 shots on the way for J.R. Washington. Team's leading scorer for Lander. And 6th leading scorer in the Peach Belt Conference at over 18 points a game. He's also a terrific thief. Leads the conference with 2.2 steals per game. And in the top 15 in assists per game at 3.6 per. They count on him to play big-time minutes. 3rd in the conference in minutes per game at over 36 per contest. He does not get many chances to rest. The senior guard cans the first free throw. He's a 75% foul shooter. One of 4 seniors on this Lander roster trying to keep their season alive for one more game. They're not a candidate for an at-large berth into the NCAA tournament. There's no NIT or equivalent in Division II. And so Lander coming in as the lowest remaining seed here in the semifinals. They need to win out. They need the automatic berth from the PBC. Second free throw is good. It's 60-38 UNCP with 13 minutes to go in the second half. Smith up top, driving down the right side, gets cut off, gives it back over to Watts on the right side. Murray Boyle, straight away 3. He's open, can't connect. Defensive rebound Lander, and a run out the other way. Here's Washington going to the basket, puts up the layup. He's fouled from behind by Kinsey. Missed it, but he'll shoot 2. You see what UNC Pembroke is trying to do, really trying to grab those offensive rebounds. I think they sent all 5 guys to the offensive glass there. Didn't really leave anyone back to play defense. First foul on Kinsey, but the 5th team foul on UNCP. Braves will need to be careful defensively the rest of the way. Otherwise, Lander might be shooting an awful lot of free throws here in the second half. Chance for the Bearcats to score with the clock stopped. That's exactly what head coach Steve Roberts wants for his team as Washington connects on the first free throw. 60-39 the UNCP lead. 12:44 to go in the second half. Here's another free throw on the way for J.R. Washington. He's got 8 points so far today and left the free throw short, but an offensive rebound up with the righty hook shot. Good Clenzo Ross, and it's a 19-point game. So the Braves, after being so dominant on the glass in that first half, out-rebounding the Bearcats 26-10. Look at the total rebounding stats now. It's 31-21. So Lander back with a vengeance here in terms of hitting the glass in the second half. Kinsey off a Mount screen at the top of the key. Down the left side of the lane. To the basket, lays in with the left hand. 62-41 UNCP. A little more than 12 minutes to go in this one. 8 points in the game now for Kinsey. Off the bench, the Braves' freshman point guard by way of Atlanta, Georgia. Lander with the ball. Pass goes up top for Ross. Gets it to Washington. Let's see if they can get Washington going here. Steps into a 3-point attempt. Not this time. Kinsey soars for the rebound. Behind the back dribble to clear out some space. In transition for Murray Boyle, shovels it off to Smith. Left wing, Smith trapped in the air, jumped up, tried to pass it off to Murray Boyles. That was ill-advised and turned over by UNC Pembroke. Braves are taking pretty good care of the ball, though. It's just the 6th turnover today compared to 11 for the Bearcats. Timeout on the floor with 11:49 to play in the second half. UNCP leads Lander 62-41, and we'll be right back. Braves fans, Adidas is the official apparel sponsor for all 16 of UNC Pembroke's varsity athletic teams. Adidas provides some of the most innovative products in the shoe and apparel industry and is one of the most recognizable brands worldwide. UNCP thanks Adidas for all their support and offering the best for Braves athletes. 11:49 to play in the second half. UNCP leads Lander 62-41 in the semifinals of the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. Lander basketball. Evich hands off on the left side. Smith trying to get around the screen. He's called for the foul. That's the 6th team foul on UNCP in the second half. Second personal on Mike Smith. Run down to the scoring. Watts with 16, Bradley with 16, Kinsey has 8, and Rose has 8 to lead the way for UNCP. Lander, 3 guys have 8. Nobody in double figures yet for the Bearcats. Up top with Clenzo Ross, 11:30 to play in the second half. Ross, a righty scoop shot down the lane, good. Clenzo Ross cuts the lead back to 19, and the Bearcats pick up in the full court again. Kinsey takes it across the timeline, behind the back dribble, bounced off someone's foot, goes the other way with Washington. Washington has the ball poked away by Smith, out of bounds. Last touched by J.R. Washington, turned over by Lander. So turnovers each way, and now UNCP will make some changes. Micah Kinsey and Mike Smith right back to the bench. Alex Bradley, Quamaine Rose check in for UNCP. It's Rose, Bradley, Watts, Mounts, and Pruitt, the 5 on the floor for the black and gold. Bradley up the near side, the far side. Behind the back dribble, gets past Ross, breaks the timeline with 3 seconds to spare. Wonder how many minutes the Brave starters will go in a game that's hovered around 20 points the whole afternoon. Might want to save some legs for tomorrow's potential championship game, assuming the Braves hold on. Mounts catches on the left block, puts up the righty hook, left it short, rebound to Lander as Gabriel able to get to it. Here's Ross up the near side, picked up by Bradley. Tries to turn the corner, gets cut off, bounces it back out, picked up his dribble. Now on the right wing, free throw line extended, held. Haas goes back down low. It's with Gabriel now. Gabriel going on Mounts. The lefty hook shot all around the rim and out. And UNCP controls the rebound. Tough break for Lander on that trip. 10.5 minutes to play. Braves lead by 19. Alex Bradley pass to the right side to Watts, gets it right back. Now Watts off a drift screen at the top of the key. A couple between the legs dribbles. Spins on Dingle. Fall away layup. Left it short, but he gets clobbered. He'll shoot 2 free throws. He goes sliding into the baseline. UNCP mascot Bravehawk up and ready to try to help up Brandon Watts. And a round of applause from the UNCP pep band, which made the trip down to Greenwood for today's semifinal game. Winner of this game takes on Columbus State. 2 p.m., the championship game in the men's Peach Belt Conference Tournament. UNCP has never won a conference tournament championship, and just for the first time in program history, earned a share of the regular season title. It's been a historic season for UNCP men's basketball. Ranked 4th in the region and 24th in the nation. Brandon Watts good on the first free throw. A whole bunch of changes for Lander. They bring out 4 of the 5 guys who are on the floor. The one to stay on is, of course, their star player, J.R. Washington. For UNCP, a change, Nigel Grant replaces Carson Mounts. 1 more free throw for Brandon Watts, who's the game-high scorer with 17. 17 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist for Brandon Watts today. He's done it on 7 of 11 shooting as well. Can't hit the second free throw. The rebound to Lander as it runs along the baseline. Full court pressure from UNCP, but they don't have a foul to give. Approaching the midway point of the second half. 10:05 to play here in the ball game. Braves lead is 20. Backdoor cut. Shot blocked by Pruitt and saved by Knight, but right into the hands of Pruitt. What a defensive play by the freshman. He's got another big stop for the Braves. Alex Bradley walks it up for UNCP. Lander in a 1-3-1 zone now. Bradley calling out the play from out near midcourt. Now Grant looking down low for Pruitt. Pruitt under the basket, lays it home. Good feed from Nigel Grant to Kia Pruitt, gives the Braves a 22-point edge. 9:35 to play in this one. It's 65-43 UNCP. Nicholas Junssen taking it up the floor now for Lander, and Brandon Watts guarding him tightly. Splits a double team. Junssen can't find any space, though, from the far side. Righty dribble, tries to back down Watts. Braves switch on it. To the right side, the pass. Shot clock at 10 now for Lander. Top of the key. Down low, they get it to Knight. Knight, a fall-away hook shot in the lane, barely grazes the rim. Another rebound for Kia Pruitt. Pruitt has his 11th rebound to go along with 7 points. Alex Bradley takes it up the floor now for the black and gold. 9 minutes to play. Braves up by 22. Watts hands it back to Bradley, who gives it back to Brandon Watts. Watts going one-on-one. Head of steam to the basket with the righty scoop. Gets fouled. Missed the shot. He will shoot 2 foul shots. Brandon Watts, they'll run that clear-out play for him every now and then. Just sort of put 3 guys on one side, 1 guy on the right side. Let Brandon Watts catch it out near midcourt, take a couple dribbles, size up his man, while also going to the basket. And that time, he draws a shooting foul. So Brandon Watts at the line, good on the first free throw. He's now 3 of 5 at the charity stripe today, right around his season average of 65%. Watts named all PBC third team this season. Had a better scoring output last year at 16.5 points per game. It's down to about 13 a game this year, but the Braves' balanced scoring has been their key. Watts makes both free throws. It's a 24-point advantage for UNCP with under 9 minutes to play. Here's Coleman out near half court. Bradley gets a hand on it, but Coleman able to recover. Now lost the ball on the dribble, and Rose gets the pass from Bradley. No numbers for the Braves. Rose gives it back, looking for Grant. Pass was off the mark, bounces right into the Braves bench, out of bounds. And back to Lander. And the Lander coaching staff is very frustrated with what they're getting right now. They will make another wholesale change. All 5 guys come off the floor, and it'll be a fresh 5 for the Lander Bearcats. Bearcats at 12-17 on the year, UNCP at 22-7, and the Braves won both regular season games against Lander this year. Trying to make it a perfect 3-0, and they're in great position to do just that. Pass to the left side, it's Washington. Back up top, gives it to Dingle. Dingle, free throw line jump shot, he's open. No rotation on the shot, a knuckleball as it bounces around, and UNCP gets the rebound. Watts hauls it in, gives it to the point guard, Alex Bradley. Brandon Watts working on 19 points. That was his 6th rebound. Let's see if they can get a Kia Pruitt a double-double. He needs just 3 more points. Standing on the left elbow, Pruitt just waiting to set a screen for somebody. Bradley on the left side. They get it up top for Rose. Rose with the shot clock at 8. Bounces it down low. Grant, face-up jump shot from 16. Money. Nigel Grant for 2, showing off the shooting touch. He's got just 4 points here today, but the Braves' lead, as large as it's been now, at 26 points, 69-43. 7:40 to go in this one. Up top with Ross, picked up his dribble, gives it to the star player Washington down the right lane line. Looking back up top. Pruitt gets his hand on the pass, tips it out of bounds. It goes out of bounds, last touched by UNCP. And a timeout on the floor with 7:30 to play. 69-43 the UNCP lead. Keep it locked on the Braves Broadcast Network. We'll be right back. 7:30 to play in the second half. Peach Belt Conference men's basketball tournament semifinal round. UNCP leading Lander 69-43. Here at Horne Arena in Greenwood, South Carolina. Lander not taking advantage of the home court here today. Shot clock down to 2. Three-point attempt off the front rim and out. No good by Ross. Rebound. Watts tiptoeing the sideline as he hauls it in. Taking it into the front court for the Braves. Gives it to Bradley, who slows down the tempo. 7 minutes to go here. The Braves should be in no hurry. Lander in a 2-3 zone defensively. Bradley out near half court. UNCP might be looking to save their legs a little bit for a date tomorrow against Columbus State, barring a miraculous comeback. Pruitt on the low block, spins, puts up the righty hook, crawls over the front rim and good. Akia Pruitt showing off the strength down low as well. 6'7", 200-pound freshman has 9 points and 11 rebounds. Really been a boost for the Braves. The scoring has come from the guards mostly, Watts and Bradley, both with more than 16. The layup no good, rebound punched out by Lander, a second chance. Dish out to the corner, three-point attempt Washington, not this time. Pruitt can't get a handle on the rebound, and another chance for Lander. Three-point attempt, good this time. And that's Jordan Dingle for 3. He's got 5 points right at his season average. Game-high scores, Brandon Watts, who's got 19. Bradley has 16. Nobody for Lander has got double figures yet. Pass goes back to Watts out near half court. It was tipped. Rose, nice no-look feed. Grant, a two-handed flush. Comaine Rose fit that pass through the defense, and Nigel Grant stuffed it in. He's got 6. The Braves lead 73-46, under 6 minutes to go. Lander needs to start making a lot of shots, otherwise their season will come to an end here today. Top of the key with their star player, J.R. Washington. Step back, three-pointer with a hand in his face, too strong. Alex Bradley hauls in the board for UNCP, and he will look to slow it down as he walks it up. 5:30 to go. Here's Grant, open, left wing, 3 in transition, around the rim and out. And tell you what, Ben Miller doesn't look happy about that shot selection. Lob to the rim, Gabriel makes the catch, goes up with the reverse, blocked by Pruitt. Rebound Bradley, throws it out in front. Grant trying to get the other way. Lobs it up for Pruitt, who mishandled the pass, able to get it back. And UNCP sets up on offense after a wild sequence. 5 minutes to go in this one. 73-46, the UNCP lead. This is as large as it's been at 27. Here's Watts out at half court, shot clock at 8. Watts, step back 3 from the top of the key, around the rim and out. Defensive rebound, Gabriel for Lander. Up the far sideline, here come the Bearcats with Clenzo Ross. In front of his own bench to the free throw line, gives it out to Dingle, who couldn't handle the pass. Dingle, picked up by Bradley, drives into the lane, step back, jump shot from the left elbow, good. Jordan Dingle, the redshirt sophomore guard from Aiken, South Carolina, a transfer from Frank Phillips Community College. Trying to get the Bearcats going, he's got their last few points. A steal by Washington as he takes it into the front court. Braves turned it over that time, trying to get back on defense. Three-point attempt, no good. Rebound by Pruitt, he was fouled as he tried to haul it in. Telvin Gabriel hanging on his left arm there. 73-48 is the score, 4:18 to play. James Murray Boyles will check in for the UNCP Braves. Chris Tate checks in for Lander. And Murray Boyles comes in for Nigel Grant. Braves 5, it's Pruitt, Bradley, Rose, Watts, and Murray Boyles. See if the Braves start to give the bench a little bit more run here in the home stretch, as this one more or less locked up in a 25-point game. Bradley crosses the timeline. A little bump from Washington, no foul called. 4 minutes to go here. Braves 73, Bearcats 48. Watts at the top of the key, hopping through the defense, weaves to the basket, missed the layup, but he was hit, and he will shoot 2 free throws when we come back. 3:55 to play in this one. It's all Braves, 73-48. Braves looking to advance to the championship game tomorrow. Will they hang on? Stay tuned. 3:55 to play in the second half. UNC Pembroke 73, Lander University 48. Men's basketball Peach Belt Conference Tournament semifinal number 2 is Brandon Watts good on the first free throw. Watts has been stellar today for the Braves. Leads all scores with 20 points on 7 of 12 shooting. He'll have one more free throw. He's made 5 of his 7 attempts at the charity stripe here today and cans the second one as well. It's Mounts, Murray Boyles, Watts, Bradley, and Rose on the floor for UNCP. Under 4 minutes to go in the second half. And for the Lander seniors, presumably for their career, as the Bearcats at 12-17, needing to win the conference tournament to get a NCAA tournament berth. Braves, as the number 4 team in the region, will most likely get an at-large even if they don't win the auto bid from the Peach Belt. Brandon Watts commits a foul on the drive, and it's the 7th team foul on the Braves. It was in the act of shooting anyway. It's 2 free throws for J.R. Washington, one of the seniors for this Lander team. 3:36 to go. The Braves lead 75-48. Tell you what, as Washington makes the first free throw, expected the Braves to be the better team here today. I did not expect it to be this one-sided, as the Braves jumped all over Lander right out of the gate. The Bearcats never led in the game. And UNCP, really just a wire-to-wire, coast-to-coast kind of win. Both free throws good from Washington, so he's at 10 points. The deficit is at 25 with 3.5 minutes to go. UNCP will take care of the ball here and get ready to play for the championship tomorrow afternoon here in Greenwood. The win here today will also be number 150 for the coaching career of Braves head coach Ben Miller. It's Mounts on the low block, up with the righty hook along the baseline. Missed everything. Rebound Lander. Pass goes right back out to Mounts. Shot clock did reset as Lander tried to save it, and nobody in a blue jersey was actually looking for the ball on the save from Chris Tate. Bradley takes it back out towards half court. 3 minutes to play, and he'll just pound the ball into the hardwood some more. Shot clock at 15, so still more time to kill. Kinsey and Smith go to the scores table for UNCP. Bradley lost the ball on the drive, gets it back in the left corner, bounces out to Rose. Rose, floater from the free throw line, too strong. Rebound Lander, ball poked around. Ross gets it, throws it out ahead to Washington. Washington with a two-handed dunk in transition. Braves didn't look too interested in getting back on defense there. 75-52 the score with 2:33 to play. Here's Bradley trying to turn the corner on Washington. Pass to the corner, Murray Boyles along the baseline, hopping through the defense. Wild shot, gets his hand on the rebound but can't stick a fork in it. Rebound for Lander, out the other way. Watts, a great steal, playing strong safety to intercept that pass. A long baseball pass by Lander. Now Watts going to the basket the other way. Lost the ball. Murray Boyles recovers it. Head fake and puts it up. No good on the shot. Watts continues to fight for it. Goes to the floor for the loose ball. It's tied up. And Watts needs to be careful here. Gets tangled up a little bit with, it looks like, Telvin Gabriel. And the last thing the Braves need is any kind of trouble in this situation for one of their best players. No injuries, no technical fouls, nothing like that. And they have bigger battles to fight than a 23-point game with 2 minutes left here. So the Braves will make some changes now, and it looks like that will be it for the starting group. Bradley, Rose, Watts go to the bench. And the 5 on the floor now for UNCP. It's Mounts, Jeff McElwain, James Murray Boyles, Mike Smith, and Micah Kinsey. Inbounds pass, jump shot, good by Jeff McElwain, his first career field goal. The redshirt freshman cans an 18-foot jump shot, and the Braves bench goes wild. 77-52 with 2 minutes to play. All Braves today. Micah Kinsey gets a steal, coming out the other way, crossover dribble, driving to the basket, has his shot blocked hard by Jordan Dingle. Dingle, the lob to the rim, and it was a little bit off the mark. Offensive rebound, Lander, drive to the basket. Foul, Clenzo Ross going up with the tough shot. He will shoot 2 free throws. Jeff McElwain called for the foul, his first, team's 8th. Frustration starting to boil over here for Lander. They recognize they just didn't have enough here today to compete with a Braves team that came out on fire and stayed that way. Total rebounds, the Braves' edge, which was plus 16 at halftime, is down to just plus 9, 40-31. Look what the Braves done on the offensive glass, 13 offensive rebounds. As Bryson Hall checks in for UNCP, James Murray Boyles will go to the bench. So everybody who's available for UNCP to play today has gotten in the game. Second free throw, no good. And the rebound chased down by Mike Smith. Final 95 seconds of this one. Smith needs to break the timeline, does with a second to spare. Minute 30 to go. Braves 77, Bearcats 53. Pass up top for Kinsey, holding near the midcourt jump ball circle. Kinsey with the left hand, trying to work off a Hall screen. Down the right side of the lane, Kinsey picks up his dribble, shovels it down low. McElwain with the righty hook, too strong. Rebound Lander. Shoves it out the other way. Here's Dingle in transition. Fires a three. No good. Rebound. McElwain in traffic and gives it to Mike Smith. Braves will take this under a minute to go. Lander trying to empty the bench as well and get those last guys who haven't gotten into the game a chance to get some action. And looks like there was some debris on the floor. Officials blow the action dead. That's just a chance to get these guys in the game. That debris was not affecting anything. It's a cool gesture here by the officials. And a chance for some of these guys who don't get in the game as much here for Lander, TJ Knight, Nicholas Junsen, to come in and be in the game down the home stretch. Mike Smith catches the inbounds, holding. 15 on the shot clock, 51 on the game clock. Braves comfortably ahead by 24 points, just running out the clock. Here's Smith in front of the Braves bench with the shot clock down to 5. Deep three from Bryson Hall, airballed it. Kinsey on the offensive rebound, and the shot clock runs out. It goes to Lander with 36.9 on the game clock. With the win, the Braves will improve to 23-7 on the year. 23 wins, 7 losses. It'll be the 9th straight win for the Braves this year. They are hot at the right time, and Lander will finish the year at 12-18. An impressive job by the Bearcats just to get to this point in the tournament, to the semifinals. They were the 4 seed in the East Division, upset number 1 seed in the West, Clayton State, as their shot missed. The Braves rebound, Mike Smith out the other way. Braves don't need to take a shot. They'll run out the last 20 seconds. So Lander had a nice run, a nice upset to get this far, but ran into a red-hot Braves team here this afternoon, and the Braves with a convincing victory. They go into the Peach Belt Conference Championship game tomorrow with momentum. Final score, UNCP 77, Lander 53. The Braves will play in tomorrow's championship game of the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. Tip-off of that one will be at 2 p.m., and the Braves will get to celebrate a little bit tonight, but there will also be some focus, scouting report on Columbus State. Ben Miller will also have something to celebrate, his 150th career win as the Braves head coach. But the Cougars, the only team that the Braves did not beat in regular season action this year. UNCP Columbus State for the Peach Belt Conference Championship. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 2 p.m. A quick rundown of the final stats. Braves shot 44% from the field, 45% from deep, and 86% from the free throw line, led by 21 and 7 from Brandon Watts. Alex Bradley with 16 points. Akia Pruitt, 9 points but 11 rebounds. Kinsey and Rose each had 8. And for Lander, their leading scorer, J.R. Washington had 12. Clenzo Ross added 10. The Braves dominated the glass today, 43-33. Also turned it over 5 fewer times and blocked 4 shots, had 13 assists versus just 11 turnovers. Meanwhile, Lander, 16 turnovers that the Braves forced. They really controlled this one wire to wire. Braves never trailed, led by 20 for most of the second half, and cruised to a 77-53 win. That will wrap up our coverage today of the Peach Belt Conference Tournament semifinals. UNCP men advancing to the championship game tomorrow. We'll see you then at 2 p.m. This is Cameron Songer signing off from Greenwood. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.